Okay, so we're moving on to 520 pace per mile. This was a pretty popular video in my last series, the 5K workouts, and I'm hoping that it's just as popular in the 10K series because you will see a progression. How do I go from 520 pace over 5K towards 520 pace over 10K? It's a big step, but you'll see what you need to do, okay? And then a lot of my other videos will kind of tell you what steps you need to take to get there. Obviously, it's a process over time. It could be months or years, but you'll know the kind of path. You'll have a better idea based on where you're at or your athletes are at. Okay, it'll help you chart the path that you need to chart. So, and I've got 200 plus videos to kind of help you do that. So if you're a coach or an athlete and you just want a lot of good training intel, this is the place for you. If you want to learn a lot, this is the place for you. So hit that subscribe button right now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it. Because after I finish the 10K series, and after today I'm going to do 5-minute pace and 4:40 pace, I'm going to do the entire half marathon series and then the entire marathon series. So you're going to have boatloads of workouts at your disposal, as well as fully detailed training programs, which will always be in the description, okay, that are commensurate with the video. So this 10K, you'll have 5K and 10K training programs. And then when I get to the half marathon, you'll have half marathon training programs and half marathon workouts. And the same thing goes for the marathon. I've got them all laid out on the channel already. So, but if you're going to watch any of the videos, I encourage you to watch them from beginning to end because I do fully detailed programs, 12, 16, 20 weeks. But I explain everything, too, from beginning to end. And I don't want you missing important details as to why I do something, when it's done, and so on. Because those are the little things that are going to put you in a position to make the best decisions possible as a coach or an athlete. So, and that's my whole goal with this channel, is to let these videos serve as a guide, serve as a a problem solver, an answer to questions, and help you kind of chart your path as well, and give you more options at your disposal. It might trigger something like, oh yeah, okay, this might fit for this athlete and this athlete. Having this variety gives you the opportunity to individualize in situations where you might not have had the opportunity to do so before. And I have used these workouts on athletes all levels in 2 decades plus coaching. So these are not just random things. These are things that I've used for a long time. So with that, let's get to the 520. All right, we got the whiteboard right here. We got the workouts. Also take a look at the 540 because the workouts are the same. Okay, the next video and the next 2 videos, 5 minutes and 4:40 per mile, they're going to be different workouts. So you're going to have 24 additional workout options for everything if you go from 7 minutes all the way down to 4:40. So a lot of options for you. So let's get to it. Okay, 520 per mile is 33:10. Okay, for 10K, or about 26:40 for 5 miles, 8K, and it's a big milestone. It's a big number, and I think these workouts are definitely going to be instrumental in helping you get there, or maybe getting you to think a little bit differently as a coach or an athlete. So workout number 1, building towards 12 to 16 by 600 meter reps. 600 meters is good rhythm running, and if you saw my first 2 videos, 7 and 6:40, I did 400 meter reps, and then 620 and 6 minutes. I did 500 meter reps, and now this video and the last one, 600 meter reps. So you see the progression, okay? And it's not always having to do a workout, repeating a workout 3 times and doing it faster. It's also doing a workout but having the reps become longer and still maintaining the goal pace. That's another sign of progress too, because not everybody's going to be able to do the workouts faster and faster and faster. You might need an option like this too for the more distance-oriented athletes and so on, or some of the middle distance runners who need stuff like this. So having both options is a good thing, okay? So it's 12 to 16 times 600, building towards that with a 2-minute recovery. Some of your fitter, more experienced athletes might be able to do a 200-meter jog after each rep, which can be maybe a minute and a half, minute 40 or something like that. That's up to you as a coach to decide what's appropriate and who it's appropriate for. But here the goal is 2 minutes to 155 per rep. 2 minutes is spot on 520. 155 is going towards 5K pace. Okay, so you're progressing from 10K pace to 5K pace for this workout. Okay, and again, it's 7,200 meters to 9,600 meters worth of running. So 4.5 miles to 6 miles worth of total running. Okay. Workout 2 is a staple, mile repeats. 5 to 6 times a mile with a 2-minute recovery. We've progressed from 3 minutes in earlier videos, and then we'll break it down towards maybe 2-minute repeats over time as you feel appropriate for athletes as well, if they can handle it. Okay. So it's 230 recovery after each rep, and the goal is 520 to 515 per rep. Okay, goal 10K pace and slightly faster. Mile repeats are a staple workout for 10K, just like 1,000 meter reps are a staple workout for 5K. Okay, workout 3. This is broken into pieces. Okay, so you do 3 to 4 times a kilometer, 1,000 meter, with a 2-minute recovery at 314 to 318, which is you're getting closer to halfway between 10K and 5K pace here. Okay, and then in the middle you do a longer rep, a 2-kilometer rep. So it's 1 times a 2K with a 4-minute recovery afterward at 638 to 634. Okay, so just a little faster than 10K pace. And then on the back end, you do the 3 to 4 times 1,000 meters again with the same 2-minute recovery. Now you're doing 318 to 312. Okay, which is slightly faster than your 10K pace. So here it's 319 to 318, just a hair under. Okay, 320 would be 520 pace. Here you're getting faster towards the end to kind of simulate accelerating towards the last couple of kilometers of a 10K race. Okay, and again, you can move this stuff around. If you have athletes who you want to give them the longer rep at the end to test their strength, you can do that. You can do 6 to 8 times a kilometer consecutively, and then have them do a 2K in the beginning. It's a way of doing it as well, but it's completely up to you. This is a good way of breaking it up as well. So that's workout 3. Workout 4. This is a good early season workout. Okay. By the way, this is a good early mid-season. This is a good mid to late season. This is a good early to mid-season workout. This is a good mid-season kind of transitioning into the most intense phase. So this is early season. 2-mile tempo to elevate the heart rate. Okay, and this is a good way to transition and get the full benefit. This also gives you an idea of, if you're doing this early season, to see who's fit and who's not yet there fit. So this is a good way of kind of identifying things. So 2-mile tempo with an 8-minute active recovery at 5:55 to 5:50, which is 30 to 35 seconds slower per mile than goal pace. Okay, it elevates the heart rate, helps you transition to the next piece, which is 2 miles at 10K pace, 5:20 to 5:15 per mile. You need to know, you got to be able to do that rep at goal pace. And then after this, you take a 6-minute. I forgot that in the last video too. You take a 6-minute active recovery after the 2-mile rep, get some fluid, stay loose. Then you do 8 times 400 meter on the back end with a 1-minute recovery between 77 and 74, which is 5K pace down to 3K pace. So about 508 to about 456 per mile. And that's the 5K and 3K equivalent of 520 per mile over 10 kilometers. So again, you're getting faster as each piece goes on, but you're transitioning as well. And the fastest reps obviously are going to be the shorter ones. But this is a great workout. This is a really good early season workout. And you'll see who does better here, who does better here, who does better there. And it also gives you, it gives you data to help you kind of, where do I need to modify workouts for these folks and for these folks and so on. It gives you a lot of data by breaking it up into pieces like that. So workout number 5. I said this in my last video too. Generally, if you're running two 10Ks in a season, maybe mid to late season or qualifier and then the goal race, this workout is a good one to do about 10 or 11 days out before either one, or both. So you do a 4K, or 4 kilometers, 2.5 mile piece at goal pace with a 7-minute recovery, at 13:20 to 13:10. That's 5:20 pace or slightly faster than 5:20 pace. It's basically 5:20 to 5:16 pace, Then on the back end, you do 5 to 6 times 1K, 1,000 meter repeat with a 2-minute recovery at 3:19 to 3:12, which is slightly under. That's about 5:18 to 5:14 pace or something like that. So another good way of doing it. And again, you could flip it. You could do the 1,000 meter repeats, and then you can do the 4 kilometer effort at the end if you really want to test athletes. So there's a lot of ways you can do this too. But they need to know what it feels like to do a 4K and even in some cases a 5K at goal pace. You need to know how ready they are. They need to know what it feels like, just like I encourage folks to do. You need to know what it feels like to do a 1,000 meter effort at mile pace, or a 2 kilometer effort at 3K pace, or a 3 kilometer effort at 5K pace at some point leading up to a goal race. You need to know how ready people are, and those are good ways of finding out. And last but not least, this is a 4-mile progression tempo. It's a little different than your consecutive pace tempo. The range gets a little bit more significant here, 5:55 to 5:35, so it's a 20-second range instead of a 5. But the way I like to do it is You do, let's say you do the first mile at 5:55, the middle 2 miles at 5:45, and the last mile at 5:35. So you're dropping 10 seconds per mile per segment. So it gets more intense, and then you take a 6-minute active recovery, and then on the back end, 10 times 1 minute hard versus 10 times 1 minute easy. Okay, 20 minutes of total running, but 10 of total hard running. But this is a good speed fartlek to do, to simulate running faster at the end of a run like this, to simulate what it's going to feel like at the end of a race, when you're fatigued, when you're tired, and when people who you might not have thought were going to be accelerating and kicking might start doing that. And this type of workout will help you become more ready to either respond to people's moves or to make one of your own. So, and that's where kind of knowing your competition, knowing the athletes that you're coaching comes into play and stuff like that. So this is a great simulation workout, particularly this part on the back end. You could throw a lot of people off. And I actually mentioned this a little bit different, but I had a kid in high school that I coached, and the goal was it was like county championships, and the goal was to run a 10-minute 2-mile, but do it in such a way where he ran an 80-second 400 and then a 70-second 400 instead of 75s all the way through. And he did that, confused the heck out of the competition, and people were like, "This guy's not gonna. He's gonna die. He's gonna die." He never died. He wound up running, I think it was 9:58 or something like that for the 2 miles, 10th grader, but he wound up winning the race because they didn't know what to do with him. But we used to have him do a lot of fartleks, 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy, 1:30 hard, 1:30 easy, and he was prepared for a workout for a race like that. And again, it's something that competitors don't expect. So putting yourself in a position to do things like this is a really good thing. So, but hope you found this helpful, and these workouts. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. If you like stuff like this, please hit this. Especially if you're a coach or an athlete, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss new videos. I got 200 plus videos out already. I'm going to continue putting out a bunch more. So, and again, my goal is to serve as many people in the running community as possible. So if you know other coaches or athletes who might enjoy this, who might benefit, please share this with them. Okay, I want to help as many people as possible. I want to share insights, and I've been fortunate to learn from some of the best coaches and best therapists out there. So I want to give back to the sport. I want to serve as many people in the running community as I possibly can. So, and I want this to be the most comprehensive running channel on YouTube, period. I'll go out to the track and do workouts, people, and stuff like that, but this is the gold. The content is the gold, okay? Seeing people do it, that's great and all, stuff like that. But again, the reason why I'm doing everything is because I want these videos and I want these workouts to apply to the masses. Not only the super fast people, okay? To the masses, because everybody can do, certain workouts that they might not even know exists. Now you're going to have a bunch of options for them. So, hope you found it helpful. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time.